Welcome, welcome. I hope that we're live. Yes, we're going. I am live. Welcome to Happy Gaijin, everyone. I hope everyone's doing great. Sorry about the delay. I was setting myself up and I got caught up on a phone call talking to my friend. I'm not going to lie. So I am still sort of in the middle of setting things up. So I do apologize. Let me just get this up and running because, yeah. As always, this is a little bit more of a chill stream here on the Happy Gaijin. Please leave some comments, some questions, etc., and we'll get through them. And I'll also get to the chat in a moment and say hello to everyone and look at what everyone's up to. All right, let's see if this decides to work. So the great thing about Happy Gaijin is we've hit the milestone of over 500 subscribers. Yay, 505 subscribers at the moment, which is pretty epic if you ask me. Quite happy with that. And are we live? I think we're live. Yeah, okay, I can see myself. I'm gonna say hello to everyone now. Like I said, let me just get the chat. Oh my goodness, how unorganized I am right now. Can't believe this. Okay, copy the chat thingy and oh my god, seriously. All right, I'm ready. I am ready. I think I'm ready. I hope I'm ready. Just wanna make sure that it. Hold on, I've got some messages here. Okay, let me just put this on silent and. Yeah, so let's see who's here. And I'm just going to remove this. Okay, let's see who's here first of all. Ooh, Dangle with his lads. How you doing? Lani is here also. How are you doing, Lani? Hello, everyone. Hello, Lani. And Japan Ichiban, how are you doing? JJI was talking to him earlier on chat. And Ro the Evil. Ro the Evil is in the house. Awesome. I can see you now. No intro anymore, Nathan. I've decided more recently that for videos to be a little bit more like replay friendly, intros don't do very well. So if you have a 2-minute intro and then you're going to expect people to replay, the likelihood is that they're not going to want to watch that part, the 2 minutes. So at the moment, I am trialing not actually doing any of those 2-minute intros at the moment anyway. And the problem is that I know that I can actually edit the video later on. Like I can actually trim out the intro. However, if I do that, the problem is that it removes all the live chat. So the live chat history goes away. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I'd love to know your thoughts anyway. Bojo Pigeon is in the house. Hey, how are you doing, Bojo? Hope you're doing well. Let me just check. I'm going to show you what I have also here. Who else do we have? Follow the Sun. Hey, how are you doing? Follow the Sun is also in the room, in the house, in the room. And every stream is a chill stream by the... Yeah, thank you. I want it to be chill. I want it to be a safe space where we can talk Japan, talk life, talk travel plans, talk about everything that's upcoming, going on, etc. It's kind of important. So what am I up to anyway in the next... Well, I'll be back in Japan when? Let's find out. When am I back in Japan? Oh, it's... So if you're sending me stuff right now on, for example, online, I won't be able to check until later on. But I am going to tell you how long before my next trip to Japan, which I'm starting to get very excited about, by the way. How many weeks until... So I have 3 weeks and 6 days countdown until I leave for my Japan trip. 3 weeks and 6 days countdown. So I'm very excited about that. The only thing is that at the moment it's such a freaking ridiculously busy time of the year. It's been ridiculous. So for the past literally 3 or 4 days, I spent so many hours sorting out the tax, paying tax for like YouTube related revenue, that it's just driving me insane. It's not straightforward. I've had to set up like a business here in Gibraltar so that I can pay tax properly, and not pay it from my private, from my self, like sort of thing. So then I can actually pay like what do you say, like claim expenses and stuff like that. It's been a nightmare. Anyway, I think it's set up. The deadline was tomorrow, and I've spent so many hours doing that. Star Jen is here. Hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing well. Like I said, it's been a bit busy. It's the end of term also at work, which means that everything is like on overdrive at the moment. But yeah, and on Saturday I have my first Christmas lunch with my friends, and I have something every single weekend from now on. Hey, Lani is out of the jet lag, but still with a cold. Oh no, it's cold here in Berlin. Well, take care of yourself, have yourself a warm drink, unlike me who has a cold drink here. And good evening, Mark. Exciting, I am very much excited. If you're using Prism, you can display the chat on the video, so if you edit or download the video, it can't review. I won't do that. I find that the problem with having chat burnt into a video is that then it removes any potential reuse of the video. Unfortunately, I can add a chat right now if I wanted to. I can burn in a chat. However, if I was to ever want to reuse any part of the video, it would be very, very difficult to reuse it. Plus, I find that it takes away a lot of screen real estate when the majority of people can choose whether they want to turn on the chat or not. But it's a valid point. I'm just not very sure if having a 2-minute intro is really, really worth it, other than showing off all the places that I've walked around in Japan. Maybe it's a kind of thing that I can have prepared for, like if I have to have a pause in the middle and I need to go like to the kitchen, I can have something like that playing in the background. That'd be quite nice. Very close, follow the sun. Crazy close. And now I asked a friend of mine, he is in Japan at the moment, to bring back Tokyo bananas and those jelly grapes. On that note, guys, on the note of Tokyo banana, I have 2 Tokyo bananas at the ready here. Can you see them? Dun, dun, dun. One is here, and another one is here, because I'm going to be a pig. And like I mentioned many times, I actually defrost my Tokyo banana. I put it in the freezer because they have such a short shelf life. They usually defrost in about half an hour. They're still quite a little bit cold, so maybe in the next 5 minutes or so they'll be fine. But yeah, 124 days, what? That's nothing. Also, believe it or not, like, I know 124 days is a bit of time, but it flies by. Yeah, but I understand what you said. There are certain situations that I think having a chat is worth having, but I just, every now and then I do actually go back and clip parts of live streams. Less than 2 weeks for me, for you. Bojo Pigeon, that's crazy. Less than 2 weeks. You're gonna start telling us in days. How many days do you have left? Yeah, a Be Right Back stream would be cool. Yeah, I think I can probably reuse some of that footage, basically, for that exact purpose. So, in fact, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go on the YouTube, my YouTube main page, and I wanted to share the link to this stream on there on the community tab, just to see if anybody does decide to join in the community tab. So if I go to video and I'm gonna go up to community tab, search video, Happy Gaijin, and how much do you miss Japan? How much? Where are you? It's really weird. Sometimes it's so hard. How much do you miss Japan? Yeah, that's a question, by the way, for this stream. Is Happy Gaijin. The question for Happy Gaijin is, how much do you miss Japan? Tell me in the comment section. By the way, I'm live on the second channel. Come and say hello. All right, also awesome. I posted it. Wow. Lani is envious. Stevie, where's 1 week back home and missing Japan so much already. Currently stood in a massive rock metal crowd in Wolverhampton. About to watch Baby Metal though. Cool. So you've got your little fix of Japan there. So getting my Japan fix. Oh, I said it before I read it. That's pretty cool. It's like once your flight and hotel is booked and squared away, you feel ready to fly out immediately, 100%. Although I'm not going to lie, at the moment, I feel like I'm not ready to go to Japan because I have so many things going on. And I think that because I'm not going to Japan straight when I finish like term work, I'm going to spend Christmas with my family. I finish on the 22nd and I'm going to leave on the 26th. So I have a few days of getting my gear in order, sorting myself out, having a little bit of family time, Christmas Day, etc. And then I'll be going to Japan. And I think that I need those days of silence to calm myself down, because at the moment everything is all over the place. Plus I've been quite crazily editing videos. I'm still trying to keep consistently posting a video a week if I can. Last week I posted 2, plus 2 streams, so it's kind of intense, plus a full-time job. But yeah, I think it's doing quite well. I wrote that your Be Right Back stream is just you doing the monkey impressions over and over. I mean, that's a good idea. I know that you want me, I know that you've got a clip of that also that you sent me, which I love. I just need to either give that to somebody to sort out for me so that I just have it done, or find the time to do it. And at the moment, those sort of things are quite low down in my list of priorities. I just don't have time, I find. Heaps missing it, heaps, and Stargen is missing it loads. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I started this new series, which some of you were part of or saw on the Ninja Monkey channel on Sunday. And I was watching it back, and I'm actually really happy with the way that things turned out, the format. And I know that I've done it before with Alan, with Japan Ichiban. So I might actually ask to redo it with him if he's cool with that sort of format, where we have basically we go over his itinerary of what he did, more or less, for his trip for the week or whatever he was in Japan. I do have a few people lined up though already, and there's 2 people that are from Gibraltar, where I'm from Gibraltar, by the way, for those of you who don't know, who I helped plan their trip, and they've been in Japan for 3 weeks, and they're returning, or they've just returned home today. And the couple, the guy, he sent me a message saying, Nathan, do you already miss Japan before you even leave Japan? Because that's the way that he was feeling. I'm like, yeah, welcome to the club. I can now say that you've caught the Japan bug, basically. So, ooh, don't forget to like, by the way. Don't forget to like. I miss Japan so much. So yeah, I was going to say that hopefully I can get them on the stream also, giving their, traveling around Japan for 3 weeks. They did some interesting things, including a lot of things that I have never done and I wouldn't be interested in doing. So this is a important thing about the trip reports, is that there's, you know, I have my likes and my preferences, and some people have their own likes and preferences, and ultimately it's great to hear what other people get up to. You're going tomorrow? Are you kidding me? Dude! Now I'm jealous. I need to get back. I miss Kyoto more than Tokyo. And on my last day in Osaka, I was able to buy a kimono jacket and 2 obis in a second-hand store. I want to see more quiet places. You know what, Lani? A really great place to buy second-hand kimonos or yukatas, etc. is in Yanaka Ginza. There's a really great store at the top of the hill, at the start of Yanaka Ginza, which sells for 500 yen, mostly incredible yukatas. I don't miss Japan since I haven't been, but one day I will miss Japan. Sorry, that's made me funny, because you're like a Japanaholic without even having gone to Japan, which is like the best kind of Japanaholic, because when you finally go to Japan, it's just gonna be so crazy. I can't wait to hear what you get up to. Really missed it during the lockdown period. Travel back soon after they reopened to individual travelers. Yeah, those years of it being closed were very tough, I'd say, for sure. Japan says, I miss it every day. Maybe a good question would be, what do you do to mitigate the Japan blues? Yes. Let's change the question. With a Tokyo Banana, not sponsored. Tokyo Banana, itadakimasu. What do you do to mitigate the Japan blues? Do you learn language? Eat Japanese food? Or freeze Tokyo Banana? Watch videos about Japan? Follow Facebook, Japanichi pages, etc. That's a great question. Oh no! Honestly, Nathan, your videos make me miss Japan even more than I would have if I didn't watch them. I've made it a mission to go once a year. That's a great mission to have. But it's kind of funny because, Ro, when I started going to Japan, I made it a mission to go once a year. And now it's then it became like twice a year. And this time round, it's going to be a bit crazy, but I think I went last August, then I went in December, then I went in February, then I went back in July. So I went 4 times in the span of 12 months. I went again in October, I'm going back in December, and then after December, my next one will be in March, and probably then in summer. So it's kind of crazy. Thanks, Tarjan. I work on a photo book, a Christmas present for my parents about my Japan trip. It helps to remember a lot. Yeah, that's a great. I love photo books. I think they're great. A great way to have a memory, like in physical format. You know. Hey, back in the clay. You're heading back on January the 4th. And I'm leaving. I'm leaving on the 6th of January. So I'm not very sure how realistic it's going to be. A meeting. We'll see. Remember the pay forward bar? You left $20. Yeah, actually, interestingly, there's 2 different places that I've left an envelope with money, and one of them I know people have been adding more money to it. So, after a few trips to Japan, you'll have at least one place that feels like your hometown in Japan. So it's important. It almost becomes like being homesick. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, and more recently, I've been staying in the same hotel over and over and over again when I'm in Japan, and I get it. You know, I know the neighborhood, I know the area, I know where the post box is, I know where the Lawson is, I know where the 7-Eleven is. I know the exit, most importantly, the exit from the train station. 4 is perfect. Yeah. It's been a great year for travel. quite a good year for travel. My hotel at Kyoto was really nice. It felt like coming home when I returned after the day out. Nice. It's nice to find a place where you find, where you feel comfortable. I still have a Tokyo banana here to finish. Now I'm inspired, sorry. To go multiple times a year, but I need the vacation hours at work. Yeah, this is where I'm quite lucky. I have a lot of vacation. I mean, realistically, if I really had the financial, backing, and if I wanted to, I could go to Japan every other month. I can travel in December, February, end of March, July and August, October, and then again December. So it will be like pretty much every 2 months. Flying out on Saturday, only one night. My man. You're heading to Kyoto for January. Interesting. I'd love to know what your experience is in that area over the beginning of the year, because I spent New Year's and the beginning of January in Kyoto and Osaka, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like it. Not that I had a horrible time, but that I just felt everything. It is sort of true when people say that things are sort of closed down at the beginning of the year, especially in Kyoto, more than Tokyo, I would say. Geralt, awesome, hi. I miss the convenience in Tokyo. Shops close here at 8 p.m. And where are you based? Where are you based? I wish there was a little Kyoto near me. I wish there was a little Kyoto near me too. Hold up, a stream that didn't start at 10:30. What's going on? At 10:30? Why 10:30? Usually my streams are either at 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Local time. Normally. Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the same hotel as my 22nd of October trip, but instead of paying 30, I'm paying 87 a night. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, actually in April, end of March, April, I've been forced to stay in a Toyoku Inn in Asakusa because I couldn't, the hotel that I normally stay in was fully booked. A lot of things were already fully booked. Things were like super booked already. I've been keeping an eye on hotels. I might look again next week, but I've had to resort for the Toyoku Inn in Asakusa, which is slightly a little bit out of the way for my liking anyway, but hey, konbinis are great 100%. I think that's one of the things that I miss the most. I think the two things that I miss the most is probably konbini and vending machines. On that note, I'm gonna imagine that I've got this out of a vending machine, even though Coke Zero in Japan isn't very nice. I should have added that to the list. I said 14 things I hate about Japan in a video a few weeks ago, and I should have said I hate Coke Zero in Japan. Follow the sun, I'm mostly saying Asakusa. Asakusa, nice. Oh, Gerald, Germany, okay, nice. My LT 10:30, but I'm not home yet. Next week I will finally get back home after being on deployment abroad for 18 months. Nice. Please, be safe and enjoy your time at home. I hope that you're looking forward to going home. You'll be in an easier time zone. Landing probably because I went before the borders opens, so only 30 for a room. Ah, I see. Probably. That's probably the reason if you went. At the end of December to Japan. And then end of December to Japan. Yay! I'm staying at Success Well, Nathan. We'll be in the same area for a few days. Yeah. I'll be staying at a highly rated capsule hotel. Really? Ooh. I mean, at the moment, like I say, I'm keeping an eye out. I might, if I find something else, I might try to move to another area. I like Asakusa. I do. I just don't necessarily like Asakusa as a base. I find that potentially as a base to stay in, it can be a little bit meh, you know? It's a lovely place to walk around and visit, but as a base, it's not my first choice. Not terrible, but not my first choice. What is your favorite conveni? For me, it is a close tie between 7-Eleven and Lawson. I think, you know what? I might say Family Mart. I've slowly been like, not that it matters, because I think that they're all so similar, to be honest. But I think Family Mart seems to be the conveni that I find everything that I want at a, you know, without any problems. What about you guys? Where have we go? Where's my finger gone? Sorry, I'm looking for my studio. Oh, there we go. Oh, by the way, I have this this Stream Deck, which I haven't used yet, but I'm going to remind you to like the video. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, then please help the channel grow. We're over 500 subscribers, which is what I was aiming to get to before the end of the year, so I'm quite happy. But if you're not, then please consider subscribing, as it will obviously help the channel grow and all that. And yeah, right. Bojo Pigeon. I know I'm missing Japan when I see an event announced online that I don't want to go to, but I wish I was in Japan so I could choose not to attend rather than just being unable to attend. Yeah. Yes. I agree. Totally agree. Good price? Yeah. 70 euros is not bad, eh, Lani? Yeah, out of Tokyo. I booked in February, May because of this. Yeah, it's been quite interesting to find, especially some of my friends live on the other end of Tokyo, and I was planning on potentially like not using Ueno as my base and going down like somewhere else, but I just can't find anything that's realistically affordable to me. Everything is just way too expensive, and it's not that it's way too expensive, it's just that you gotta consider the way that I travel, and that's that I travel to Japan multiple times a year, which means that usually in the summer is where I spend the most money. But because I do travel so many times to Japan, I try to be careful with my money in my shorter trips. So trips that are like 10 days or less or whatever, I try to keep the cost down. Ro the Evil says Lawson. Ooh. Let's see, let's do something. Let's I don't know if I can do this, but this would be an easy one. I'm gonna start a poll, and it's gonna be shoes. And I'm gonna put Lawson. I'm gonna put Family Mart. Can I not add another one? Can I only add 2 options? Unfortunately, I can only. Oh, okay, I put Lawson. Okay, then in that case, I'm gonna put 7-Eleven versus Family Mart. And you can vote, guys. It's a pity that I can't have more than one. That I can only have 2 things. I would not notice a difference between convenies, I suppose. Yay, 500. Now I'm aiming for that 3,000 view watch hours, which will unlock monetization for like super chats, etc., which I was hoping I would get before the end of the year, before I was in Japan, but I'm not very sure I'm going to make it. I think that maybe for my following trip it will be alive. Jennifer, I miss Japan a lot. I do. So do you, I know. It was a normal hotel in Asakusabashi. Okay. What is it that makes it your favorite convenience? That's a great question. What makes it your favorite? Why do you choose that specific? Like. To be honest, like they're all so similar that I just go to the one that's closest to me. It's like I don't worry too much about the konbini that I'm at. Oh. I always am odd man out since I pick daily Yamazaki over 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Family Mart. Very much the odd guy out. Very, very, very much. Ooh. I like the food options at 7-Eleven, says Lani. I'm trying to think, like, I think, honestly, guys, I'm going to have to, like, next time in Japan, do a proper review, like, put this to rest. Which konbini is better? 7-Eleven, Family Mart, or Lawson? The question is, how could I make a video about that? How could I actually, what would be the criteria? Help me out, guys. If I was to make a comparison video, Lawson versus Family Mart versus 7-Eleven, what would be the criteria that I would have to look at to compare the three of them? Nathan, will you be checking out the new Azabudai Hill shopping area? Probably, yeah, probably. I saw a few YouTubers filming the place when it opened a few days ago, and it made my Japan nostalgia stronger. Yeah, there's been a few live streams. It's interesting. I think I probably will for a future video. I'm not very sure how I feel about live streaming indoors. I've seen some people live streaming indoors. I don't tend to live stream a lot indoors personally. I remember 7-Eleven being able to dump coins into a machine when you pay. Can you not do that anymore? Follow the sun? We have specific things we get at each one. Lawson goes great cream cakes. Famima has Family Chicken. 7-Eleven has good alcohol selection. Ooh. But what would be the criteria? Mini Stop is pretty good also, yeah, I agree. Lawson and 7-Eleven are both American convenience stores that got bought by Japanese. Maybe an angle for a story. Yeah, you mentioned this. And I think that that it might be interesting to add to a video like that, like a finally putting to rest which konbini is best on its own. Just a video about the history of 7-Eleven might not be the most watched video, but definitely something that has to be mentioned. Make a shopping list and buy those things at a different konbinis and make a food taste challenge. Okay, maybe. But what things? What shopping lists? Who has better food and drinks? That's a nice video idea. What stuck out to me was that the prepared food options were a bit different at each. Yes, I agree. The chicken at Famima is the best, although I have to say that that 7-Eleven is catching up. Did Japan deport all the Nigerian touts? Never met a single one in Kabukicho. There's a lot more police presence. There's a lot more control. I don't think they've been deported. I think they just moved elsewhere, probably. But there's still problems. You still need to be careful. Actually, if they have deported them, this is how I feel. Yes. Family chicken is the way, the truth, and the light. I really like the sparkling lemon water at 7-Eleven. Yes, you can do it now at 7-Eleven. Dump the coins. Is it just 7-Eleven? I've done it somewhere before. I just can't remember what conveni it was. The question is, do you want to compare the things they have in common or the things that they are unique to each? I think ultimately it would have to be, yeah. Ooh, that's a great title, by the way. That's a great title, yeah. I like that title. Ooh, I'm going to take a photo of that title. Because I've come to realize that I don't, I don't have the best memory when it comes to things. I need to take photos of everything. And then I'm like, ooh. Live supermarket Asakusa, you can also dump your coins. Nice! Live supermarket Asakusa. I've seen the tout patrol, even Akihabara. Yeah, and there's big signs now also, like big signs saying, you know, beware, be careful because of touts operate in this area or whatever. So it is very much in the forefront. People are very aware of what's going on. Let's see what the poll is looking like. So currently we have 7-Eleven in the lead. Wow, by nearly double. Family Mart, 7-Eleven at 62, Family Mart at 38. So I'm gonna end the poll, and I'm gonna change the poll from how can I add? I'm gonna create another poll, and I'm gonna do it another one. It's gonna be, obviously we know 7-Eleven is a winner so far, but Family Mart versus Lawson this time. Family Mart versus Lawson, which one is the winner, I wonder? I saw the Nigerian touts in Kabukicho in August. Some had also moved to near Golden Bay. I think it's a great title, actually. I don't just like it. I think it's a freaking great title. I'm going to have to consult you with all of my... I was telling Japanichiban that my click-through rate is a little bit low. I need to work on my thumbnail game and my title game, basically. So I saw Top Patrols in Takashita Dori. Didn't know what it meant at first. Yeah, just people that are looking out for people that are trying to get tourists to you know, go into places or extort them from money, etc. Hey, Towada is in the house. Hey, to me, Japanese convenience stores are so sterile and depressing. The empty eyes of the store clerks makes me so depressed. It's interesting how how you perceive things being Japanese so differently to myself, because you say there that the empty eyes of the store clerks makes me so depressed, but yeah, I would say that store clerks are usually very, for me personally, are usually very helpful and give really great service. So it is kind of interesting that you have this you know, opinion. Title consultant, business currently needing setup. And only one night, Towada swoops in with another banger. You know what, Towada, I love your comments because they're so fresh and so different, and you have definitely have a different way of seeing things. I'd love to do a collection of all of Towada's like comments and read through them one by one day. That will be a great one. Towada, with my broken Japanese and the pleading English, they mostly were nice and helpful to me. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Usually, to be honest, I'd rather have. I mean, I don't think that they have like empty eyes, like Towada mentions there. But I would rather have somebody with empty eyes and a smile rather than here, like in Europe, where you get just terrible service a lot of the time with grumpy attitude. I don't know what it's like elsewhere, but a lot of the time here it's just like grumpy attitude, you know, like let me get my job done as quickly as I can. You're in the way. That's sometimes the way that I feel. Boy, oh boy. So at the moment we have Lawson is winning over Family Mart. Interesting. Interesting. Lawson is winning over Family Mart. For now, will it stay the same? Thanks for the depression train to add. He's just giving another opinion. You won't get a smile but a mask. Actually, what was it like in Family Mart in the convenience? I think that convenience were like 50-50. Some places in Japan now, like they allow you to choose. I need to attend a tea ceremony in Tokyo with my girlfriend. I wish I could tell you the neighborhood in Tokyo because it is so beautiful, but she hates foreigners there. What? Are you kidding me? You're gonna come and you're gonna give us a comment like that and then tell us that you're not gonna tell us where? That's not fair. What? And I was gonna say to Ada that I'm going to be in Japan at the end of the year. I would absolutely love meeting you, dude. Absolutely love meeting you. In America, the clerks have conversations with each other while they are ringing you up and act annoyed if you interrupt with a question. I think it's the same here, pretty much. Whilst, like, when I'm in Japan, everyone is so disciplined. That's one of the things that I love. I love the fact that that people are super disciplined and people just, like they know that they have a job to do, and they know that the customer, the paying customer, is the most important like thing. You know, I appreciate that a lot from them. Ooh, let's see how we're doing. We have Lawson at 56%, Family Mart at 44%. What? Wow. Lawson at 56%, beating Family Mart. So the next one we'll see. We'll see. I remember the exact moment when I started missing Japan. I was at the gate in Haneda. Amen, my friend. I know exactly how you're feeling. And I saw an onigiri sandwich vending machine. I bought a few onigiris while waiting to line to board. Yeah, I think my you know that in Narita also, but in Haneda, there's like when you're at the departure gate, there's like the 1 or 2 vending machines that are like there at the departure gate, and they're like your last sort of like your last chance to do the vending machine. And the vending machine isn't that great either, but still it's your last chance, you know. It's a reminder of Japan and what you're leaving behind. I get it. Yeah, Japanese convenience stores are an absolute delight compared to most of my experiences elsewhere. The thing is that we don't really have convenience here where I live, you know, like I can't really think of a convenience store. I had nice encounters with the 2 old ladies at Hikone at the tourist information. They both were so kind and asked me where I was from. I'm so happy to hear that I am from Germany. Nice. Yeah, I find that's another thing. There's a misconception. People think that old people don't like foreigners. Obviously, there's always going to be some people that don't like foreigners, but a lot of old people are so friendly. Toada, ooh, I can never write anything like Hojoki. I'm pathetic. No, don't be silly, dude. There was also 7-Eleven right in front, but all the good stuff was sold out. Yeah, I can imagine. Exactly, Nathan. Yeah, that vending machine, dude. It's like a reminder of what you're leaving behind. I hate it, in a way. And Only One Night says, I think you have Tawada, I think you have an interesting perspective that others would like to hear about. Go for it. Yeah, I think that it's important to have different perspectives and different ways of seeing things, and everybody has different experiences, and I really appreciate it. In fact, like I was mentioning, one of the things that I like about the the trip like reports, like live streams that I'm going to do more often, is that everybody just travels Japan differently. Some people travel on their own, and their trip report is going to be very different to a couple, and a family trip report is going to be very different to a single person, and some people are going to be more into anime, and their trip report is going to be very different to somebody who's really into castles. So I think ultimately in the future we could have a really good collection of trip reports with itineraries from people with different interests that will hopefully be useful and give value to the viewer in the future. What's the best option to get from Narita to Tokyo? Narita Express. I've actually got from Narita to Tokyo. What would you say, Japan Ichiban, who is the main person here? Narita Express would go all the way to Ueno, and then you'd have to change, I believe, or to Shinagawa, and then you'd have to change. I'm not very sure if it goes to Tokyo Station, but it definitely goes to Ueno because I got the special train. After arriving at the airport next month, but the JAL hotel is so close by. My girlfriend's sister is utterly Japan national. She wants all foreigners out of the country. Can I meet her? I can change her mind. I promise. I promise you that I can change her mind. I missed it on my last day in Osaka. Leaving from Kansai was quite horrible. I was there even before the counter opened and had to wait. And then it was 90-minute line to security check. Yeah, the line at security can be a big hassle. By the way, I have another Tokyo banana. Mustache. Oh. Or smile. Let's break it in half. Like, I wish I could share this with you guys because it's so like custody caramelly inside and banana-y and spongy. Towada. Save money, but not time. Take the Seoul train from Narita to Chiba and then take Sobu line. And I met a woodcarver in the woods of Fushimi Inari, and he told me he lives in Uji. So I took a train to Uji that day, and all of this wasn't planned. It was one of my best days. Uji's a great place, especially if you like matcha, green tea. I like Uji. When I fly to Narita, I take the Keisei Skyliner to Nippori, then change to the Yamanote line, depending on your destination. The Narita Express to Tokyo. I don't normally fly to Narita, that's why. This time when I flew in to Narita, I got the Skyliner to Ueno station, which is where I was staying, so it was pretty awesome. Lani says, Towada, the Sobu line, was the one I took often from and to my hotel. You're welcome, Jennifer. How is everyone doing in your family, by the way? How's your husband? How's your son? Hope everyone's doing well. I have very fond memories. Towada says, I wonder if you're in Chiba in June, the Oga Lotus will bloom in Chiba Park. It's utterly beautiful. Is that the same lotus that blooms in Ueno Park? Hey George, hope you're doing well. I saw a picture of you. Were you wearing, what were you wearing? Were you wearing a yukata? I can't remember what it was now. But I did see a picture. Not planning yet, depends if I can afford another trip to Japan then. Indeed. It's all about the money, right? A long day tomorrow. Again. Alright, so Lawson is the winner, which means that our next poll is gonna be Lawson versus 7-Eleven. No, that I think 7-Eleven won before, correct? Yeah. Dun dun dun. So this is going to be the ultimate. I wrote 7-Eleven like that. Ooh, whoa, that is looking very interesting right now. 7-Eleven is at 7-Eleven is in the lead. This would be the ultimate winner now, really, I think. Hi George. Is it me or is Google Maps a nightmare to use in Tokyo? Never showed the right way. How to believe it does not work well in a country like Japan. It must be you, dude, because I use it all the time and it works flawlessly 99% of the time for me. Like, it works excellently for me. I never have any problems with Google Maps. To be honest, it gets me exactly where I want. The only problem is, and this is the problem with pretty much any navigation, is that depending on your phone, depends on whether or not the GPS and the compass, etc., can calibrate and know exactly where you are, which might cause a little bit of a problem. And my advice is, if you're outdoors, to use the Google, whatever it's called, the lookup or whatever, the Google like camera thing, so you point the camera out and it will figure out exactly where you are. That will help you with your navigation to pinpoint where you are. And also a big problem that we do tend to have is that a lot of things in Japan, ooh, balloons, awesome. A lot of things in Tokyo are on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th floor, and I must admit, Geralt, that things navigating inside of like areas where you're trying to find a restaurant and it might actually be on the 3rd floor. You have to look up, you need to figure out where the thing is. That's probably one of the biggest issues with Google Maps, that it will definitely get you to the place, but that place might not be in the ground level. That place might be on the 4th floor, which is why you'd have to probably go into the information of the place and figure out what floor it's on and what building it's in. It can be a little bit confusing. That was it. It was the Don Quixote shirt. Yeah, that was it. Because I have the same one. Lani, it told you what exit to take. Yeah, me too. That's why. That's what I mean. I've had good luck with Google Maps, at least with trains. Doesn't know about a lot of the private bus lines. Also, if you're using it as a pedestrian, you have to use usual big city problems. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. And I was going to say, actually, when it comes to the maps, you got to be careful, because many times I search on my iPhone for maps and it will automatically, accidentally, I press on Apple Maps, which is terrible. Apple Maps is terrible, like really bad. It's missing half of the listings. It doesn't have the right directions half the time. They need to fix that. Apple, fix your map. That's it. Sometimes my phone looked in the wrong direction, but therefore you have to look around also. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a special Google Maps sort of like live view, I think it's called live view, and you sort of like put your camera around and it will figure out where you are, and then it will put you exactly where you are and exactly the way that you're looking, which helps so much. Don't even go there back in the clay. Don't even go there. Google Map in Japan, I don't press start when I walk. Yeah, I don't normally press start either. I just follow the dot to where I want to go. This is not good to say, but I hate Don Quixote. I only went once and it was cluttered with nothing but cheap things. Mitsukoshi department store is heaven to me. With trains, I like Google Maps. Yeah, I find Google Maps are relatively good for train directions, for exits, and even to get you walking directions to wherever you want to go, mostly. I also love Donkey. I also love Donkey. Me too. The song is my ringtone. Don Don Donkey Don Quixote. I can't remember the tune right now. I installed a simple compass app on my phone to help with navigation. That helped a lot for me, actually, because sometimes Google Maps will have a really weird sort of like it will say east, take the east exit. No, it might say take the east exit, but when we come out of the train, it might not say east exit. It might say west exit that way, and it might say east. So it might say north exit that way and south exit that way, but it doesn't say anything about the east exit. So you need to figure out by using the compass which exit you need to go to then go to the exit that you need to go to. Yeah, it can be a bit crazy. Has my voice...
Don Quixote.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting that. I just wasn't. Wait. I need to listen to that again. What? Oh.
Don Quixote.
I love it. Thank you very much for the extra effort there. Well done. Much appreciate it. Oh, let's see. Since the reopening of Japan, most popular Don Quixote, I can't get close to the cash registers since the crowds of tourists are there. You know what, with Don Quixote, I agree with you. Sometimes I'm there in Don Quixote and I make a decision, I'm like, I don't care about tax-free shopping. I just want to pay and get out of this store. Screw the tax-free, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, screw the tax-free. Just let me get out of this place. Does anybody else feel that way? I hate Don Quixote, but I shop for underwear. Thanks for the information. At Shimamura. I think I am stupid. Whoa. Oh. Give him a Grammy. I will. Give him an applause. But what I'll do is I'll give him a... Is it not working? The monkey. Thank you. Gerald with the penguin emoji. Row the evil. Marukai Market here in Los Angeles is technically a Don Quixote. Really? Same owners and has the same branding. Ooh, interesting. I try to look up information about the train stations before going there the first time, especially if I have luggage and need an elevator. Yeah. Karaoke with the gaijin. Surely a future stream. I don't know, dude. I'm not very sure. Maybe. Marukai was bought by Donkey years ago. Most are rebranded as Tokyo Central. Ooh. I don't know about this place. So, yes, I only stopped tax-free at Uniqlo and one time in the shop in Uji. I use tax-free normally for my electronics. If it's going to be like a minimum sort of like amount, and I see that there's a queue, I'm like, screw this. I can't be bothered, you know, like really. And let's face it, Don Quixote can have some crazy queues. Ginza Motoki offers tax-free. Their clothing is excellent. I wear nothing else. Ooh. It's a grocery store. Let's see what this is. So at the moment, it seems very clear from this poll that 7-Eleven is the overall winner, because 7-Eleven beat out Family Mart and Lawson beat out Family Mart, but then we've done 7-Eleven versus Lawson and 7-Eleven has beat out Lawson. So the winner is 7-Eleven. Interesting. I thought it was going to be Family Mart. I wasn't expecting Lawson to be second. Nice. Follow the sun is so easy. Okay, follow the sun. Basically, when you get your passport stamped or you get your sticker and you're there here as a visitor, traveler, tourist, you have access to tax-free. If you spend above, I think it's like 8,000 yen or 9,000 yen in a lot of stores, you can actually ask to pay tax-free. What will happen, for example, if you go to a electronics store like Yodobashi and something costs 100,000 yen, I'm just saying 100,000 yen because it's easy, 100,000 yen, you say tax-free please. They will ask for your passport, they will get your passport, they will check the information from your passport, and then you will pay the amount but tax-free. So instead of paying 100,000, you pay 90,000. They take away 10%. The 10% that you would be paying in the tax, you wouldn't have to pay in the tax. And there are times that you can actually combine the tax-free with some other offers. For example, in the past, Big Camera in the past has had a special offer where you get a 5% discount if you pay with Visa, but then you can also use the 10% for the tax-free. So you end up getting a 15% discount. So look at all the signs and you'd be surprised. In Yodobashi, I think at one point there's a Yodobashi like points card, and you can if you become a member, then you get a discount, and then you can use your tax-free also. So it really is worth it. Uniqlo the same. You can pay tax-free, etc. So you can literally get 10% off everything. Gerald, 5,000. Here in Berlin, I'm on the other side of the counter. We also offer tax-free service. Really? I mean, to be honest, I have, because I'm not from Europe. Now, I'm not European Union member. I can get tax-free when I go to any country in Europe. In Spain, for example, the only difference is that I have to go for this thing called Global Blue, and I have to basically submit a form or QR code, and then a few days later or a week or 2 weeks later, the money will be put into my account or reimbursed into my credit card, which is a little bit annoying. Whilst in Japan, I like the way that Japan does it, because Japan basically removes the percentage from what you're paying from the very beginning, which is great. So it's better to reach that threshold. Not necessarily. I mean, if it's worth it for you, if you're gonna spend money, you're probably better off using tax-free. Like, instead of spending everything like spread out in a few days, just buy everything in one place and get the tax-free. Bro, one of the managers after the buyout said that the different branches were allowed to focus on what they wanted but it seems now they have gotten closer to a uniform depending on the location. Ooh, interesting. Guys, any last questions there? I'm going to be ending the stream. Then Wednesdays are usually a little bit more chill, as you know. So last minute questions open to you guys. Nakagawa Masashi Shichi stores does not do tax-free, but it's an excellent quality. I will go there next month in Osaka. Ooh. If you get lucky, the taxi driver will also deduct a tax from the fare. Really? I've never heard of that. That's really interesting. Only for people from outside of the EU, and yes, you have to do a lot of work by yourself. It's really annoying, Lani. That's why I don't do it. Yes, there is a QR code for tax-free, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's really stupid, because when I've used a QR code, they still ask for the passports. So it's just basically it makes it quicker because they scan the QR code, and all the information, the passport information, is then transferred onto the system. But they will usually ask for your passport just to check that everything is all right. Good, thanks. I will buy at the 24 hours donkey all at once. Yeah, and then you need to go to the tax-free with your passport. And if you want to get the QR code, which doesn't work everywhere, that's the other thing. Japan Ichiban, for example, Yodobashi, they didn't have the system set up for the QR code, but other places do have the system ready for the QR code, because it's a relatively new thing. But if you do want to use the QR code, this is what you need to do. In the Visit Japan web, you literally have to, you need to register your trip as you normally do in the Visit Japan web, and then you need to go to like tax-free section, and when you finally in Japan, you go into the Visit Japan web and you take a photo of the sticker of the permit that you receive when you arrive in Japan, and that will generate a QR code. So you cannot actually do it on this side of the trip. You need to do it. You need to register for it in this side of the trip, but you also need to scan the sticker once you're in Japan. I'm wondering, in December, will you be? I'll be in Tokyo mainly, and maybe I'll do a one-night trip, hopefully somewhere into an onsen in the snow. Nathan, I'm gonna try to meet up with Dangle for a drink in Tokyo. Any suggestions for where we should go? You're asking the wrong person. Dangle is a person that suggests me where to go. You're going with a guy who took me on epic like drinking session around Tokyo. I think Ebisu Yokocho has probably one of my favorite places that I've been to in Tokyo. So Ebisu Yokocho, it's really, really freaking cool. Really cool. It's like gritty. It's pretty darn cool. I loved it. Yeah. I'll try again. Hey, Alminox. Did I not say hey, Alminox before? Sorry if I didn't. I apologize. But yeah, this is the end of the stream. And apparently good night. Joined too late again from Japan. Don't worry, dude. I'm just happy that you were able to come and say hello. You know, that means a lot. Thank you for your effort. What's the first thing you'll do when you make it back to Japan? People ask me all this quite often, and realistically, I've come to realize that the very first thing that I usually do is get myself a coffee, or the very first thing that I usually do is get myself a bottle of water from the vending machine that's on the platform of the monorail, basically, whilst I'm waiting for the monorail. Yeah. Would you bring some Tokyo bananas for me, please? Lani, I wish I could bring Tokyo bananas for everyone. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm seeing some last minute questions just in case. For the sign you saw it on the Visit Japan web. It's quite easy to do, it's worth it. Sounds a little awkward, thanks Lani. Nathan, don't worry. It isn't too bad. It isn't too bad. Once you've done it once, it's not that complicated, especially you're very tech savvy, so you'll be able to do it. Yeah, you need to scan your sticker when you arrive in Japan and you get the sticker. Basically, that's what you need to do. Yeah. Anyway, it's been fun. Much appreciate your time. I always say that time is money. Time is valuable, and the fact that you've decided that you want to spend some of your time here in this stream means a lot to me. So, just checking. Thanks, Nathan. First thing I would buy when I arrive in Japan is always a Fanta grape. Yeah, I love Fanta grape. That's, I think, for another. Yeah, see you on Sunday. Don't forget, see you on Sunday. Say, Stargen, take care, Nathan, and everyone. Hey, thank you, no problem. And I will definitely keep on chatting. And I think that's a great topic. What's the first thing that you do when you go to Japan? Great topic. Stay positive and be happy, Gaijin. Catch you in the next one.